Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll learn the use of having clause. So the having clause was added to SQL because where keyword cannot be used with aggregate function. We'll see in a bit in SQL Server. Having clause syntax: select column names from table name, where condition, and then after that we need to use group by column name, having, then condition, and the last is order by clause. So here we can mention the column name, and this is an optional. So let's quickly see in SQL Server how we can do this. Let's open SQL Server, select the database and click on New Query. We have created multiple tables during this tutorial. Just drag and drop employee table here and write select star from employee. Just execute it and then we'll try to apply having. So before having, let's try where clause, and I already have a separate video on aggregate function. I will give the reference to that video in a description box. Please visit if you want to know more about aggregate function. So this is aggregate function: count, average, sum, min, and so on. So there is other aggregate function as well. So here we are going to use count function. Let's put here count function and remove all the other part and put it here employee ID. And now if you see this, it is saying some condition expected. Let's put greater than 0. So we have removed all the error. Let's try execute and then see what will happen. Execute it. You will see that an aggregate may not appear in the where clause unless it is in the subquery contained in having clause or a select list, and the column being aggregated is no outer reference. So here we cannot use, as per the description here, you can see that we cannot use where aggregate function with where clause. So how we can use this then? Let's put here, just comment it with the 2 line, 2 hyphen, you can say that, and then use having and just copy paste this. And if you try to use this, try to execute this query, this will also give the exception or error, you can say. Just execute it and then you will see that, so we have used employee ID. So it is asking for select list because it is either contained in a aggregate function or a group by clause. So all need to be the part of count. So let's do it before and correct the sentence then. Group by, and then just a minute, just put it here and put it group by, and then specify first name and last name. Let's say I am interested in these columns, and then specify group by and then copy paste this. So here it is still giving an error because group by clause will always used before having, and then execute this query. You can see that it resulted the data, and you can see that it is employee ID is greater than, as I mentioned here. So let's put one more thing here and then it would be more clear to you. Just copy paste employee ID and then execute it. So see here, I have mentioned here the employee ID, the count of employee ID should be greater than 0, then only it will show the data. Let's 10, make it 10 and then execute it. It will miss. The data will not be present because the reason is we have only the rows, we have 5 rows. So, and we are putting here 10, more than 10 count. So this condition will be false. So in that case, it will not show any data. So this is how we can use having. Let's quickly uncomment where clause and then put here salary is greater than, let's say, 10,000. Just paste it here and then try to execute this query. Now query executed and the salary who is more than 10,000 is coming as a result. So always remember that where, so group by will always be used before having and after where clause. So, and then here we can do one more change and then we'll see the data. Let's remove it again and then come back on the actual result. So this is how we can use having keyword, and here we can specify, let's say, some keyword, and then here we need to use salary and let's say it is more than 0. So this will means if you again count it or sum it, the salary, it is more than 0. So the result will always be here. So that means the aggregate function can only be used with having, not with where. So that's it from this video. Thank you for watching.